Oh, sorry. Um, hey. I saw. Um. Bleh. Okay, that's alright. Anyway, I'm gonna continue anyway because I don't feel like restarting this whole thing because that's 10 seconds and. Bleh. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This movie came out. It was World War Z or WWZ, however you know of it. It's called World War Z. It's based off a book. A book I haven't read. I planned on reading it. I've looked at it and I've skimmed a little bit of it. I've looked at the Zombie Survival Guide, which came first. Same writer. I've looked into it again. I want to read those books. I haven't had time to read them. I'm going to read them sometime soon. But I'm going to go see that. And I saw the trailers and I'm like, oh, it looks like it's going to be bad. It's like, it doesn't look like a zombie movie, but it kind of does. And I was like, I don't know what's with the trailer. Like, the trailer's really funky and weird and different. And not like an average, ordinary trailer. But it was different. And I was like, my mom's like, let's go see it, let's go see it. I'm like, okay. So it came out, I think it came out today. Oh, um, I don't know. I don't know if it came out today. I don't know. I saw it at 8 o'clock. Was it yesterday? Or the night before? I think it was the day before. The day before I saw it at 8 o'clock. And so it came out yesterday, technically, and it came out the day before at 8 o'clock at one of my theaters in nearby, like 20 minutes away. It came out at, like, they were showing it at 8 o'clock, and it was a special thing. I guess they didn't want to do a midnight showing or something. And I saw it, and when I first saw him, like, when I walked in there, I'm like, wow, there's not that many people here. Because, like, she was like, oh, it might be sold out. So she called to see if it was sold out, and they're like, oh, not even close. And I started laughing, because same thing happened to Superman. There was barely any people in there. Maybe because people saw it at 7 at Walmart or something? I don't know, maybe or not. A lot of people aren't saying Superman's that good. I mean, it was a good movie, but there are a lot of things that I didn't like about it. But that's a different thing, and I talked a little bit about that, and now I have a little bit more complaints after I've thought about it. So if you want to hear me do a complaint video, I might do that some other time. Um, but anyway, back to this. We saw it at 8 o'clock, and then, like, there was very few people in there, and then people started pouring in, like, 5 minutes before the movie started. Like, right before it started. So, like, right before it started, everyone, like, poured in, the room was filled, and I'm like, oof, it's packed. And we were watching it, and it's actually very, very good. I don't want to give any spoilers or anything. I looked into it because after I was confused because people were rumoring like, oh, the ending, something about the ending, and blah blah blah. Well, Brad Pitt started a company called Plan B, which is a reference to the book. Um, they don't tell you much into that, but they wanted to plan. They were planning on trying. Hopefully, they were gonna make this into like a series, like a trilogy or something like that. And the ending was very good, and it kind of left it open. It had openness. It doesn't tell you that he plays, but he plays. It's an interpretation. His character, Brad Pitt's character, who's the main protagonist of the movie, he plays as the main character. He plays as the UN reporter in the book. If you read the book, you're probably like, "What? That doesn't make any sense." Well, it's a different. Like I said, it's an interpretation off of that, and it's in that world, and it's a very good world. It's a very fine place. And it was very well done. I don't know. I just lost my train of thought. Sorry if you see a cut here. It's because I had to go do something. But I don't know where I was. But I'll just start. Like, I think I was talking about the character being interpretation and stuff like that. It's a good movie. It doesn't get into the depth of each character. The book is like him interviewing the stories of different survivors and going like throughout time and stuff. So it's not like that. It's a linear storyline of him going through surviving and with his family and stuff. And he's not with his family all the time. But it was very good. It was very it's very metaphorical for this like real life situations. It had that feeling. I actually personally I cared about the characters. Like, there were some characters I cared about. It kept you thinking, like, because it shows him figuring the process in the book of him figuring out piecing all that together is him. He does that in the movie. He pieces all the stuff he witnesses together, which is really cool and it's really interesting. Um, I highly recommend it. It was really good. Um, I don't think there anything like there's not a real big complaint that I have. I mean, I like the turn they had into it, everything with it. It was really good. Now the ending thing, what happened? Now, if you're wondering, if you heard like, oh, but I heard the ending changed and something. Originally, when they wrote this, they kind of wrote it freely. They didn't know how it was gonna end. So what they did is that they just let it turn this trail and end it, and they're like, oh, that took a path we really didn't want it to take, so, and that's not what we want. So they changed it so then it took the path more of the path they wanted, and it's a great movie. I don't think there's a part that I disliked. I don't think there's a part that I liked more than anyone. I just liked the movie as a whole. It was really good. It kept me on my toes. Like I jumped, and it was actually kind of scary because these things were different. And like it's just different because it's not just a zombie movie. It's kind of like survival, and it's not a zombie movie. It's not an ordinary zombie movie. So, if I was gonna rank it a movie scale, I'd probably say like 8.5, 9 out of 10, maybe like more of the 8.5 stuff. Why? There's not that many things wrong with it, but you know it's got the zombie feel, and then like the zombie thing is like they're not the ordinary zombies, but it's an argument zombie thing, but they don't tell you what it is. Like it's like, oh, it was rabies, but it really wasn't rabies, and it shows the realism. It brings realism into play, which is really important to me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this isn't realistic, and sometimes I'm like, oh, this isn't that realistic, and oh, it's okay, it works here. It's one of those cases where realism is good and it works. So I highly recommend it. It was really good. It was a great movie. I really hope they do make new ones. I'm gonna go read the book right now. I actually have the book on me. Well, it's over there somewhere, along with the survival guide. But yeah, it was a really great movie. So go and see it. Have fun with it. Take a friend if you want, because you might be jumping a little bit. It was good. It was really good. It was a lot better than I thought. I was expecting it to be decent or terrible. It was completely different, maybe it's because I caught me off completely surprised. It was good. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Go see the movie and go enjoy it. I don't know. People have been talking about like what could be the movie of the year: Iron Man 3, Superman, Man of Steel, which kind of sounds like Men of Steel or Steel, and people get those confused sometimes. No, there's Superman, Man of Steel, Iron Man 3. I think I enjoyed this more than Superman. Definitely. More than Iron Man? I don't know. I had friends with Iron Man, so Iron Man was kind of funny. It was kind of fun. I don't know if I liked it more than Iron Man. I think it had a little more. I think on different scales. It's hard to scale those things together. If anything's gonna win movie of the year, like big blockbuster thing, I think World War Z is fantastic. Go see it. It's amazing. A lot better than that. What is that love zombie movie? Walking Heart, what is it? I don't know what it's called. I watched it and it was off. It wasn't a bad movie, but I just didn't like it. It was just like, yeah, and I was questioning things, and I didn't like it. It was it was a chick flick. So, yeah, whatever that movie was. I don't remember what it's called. It's something, I don't remember what it is. Go ahead and correct me in the comments or something. But if you've seen the movie, or what your thoughts on the movie before or after, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below in a comment or video response. And you guys know the rest of the jazz, liking and subscribing and stuff. So I'm gonna sign off. Oh, and by the way, I did get a haircut. I had a lot more hair. Actually, my hair grew out a while. Last time I recorded, my hair was really long. It grew out a lot more. I started getting the Wolverine points with my hair, and I was just like, oh, I need a haircut. So I got my hair cut off. Yep, that happened. So thank you guys so much for watching. I recorded this. I got to record my first thoughts of Metro last night, and because I forgot to do that when I returned it. And I gotta do a Borderlands 2 review because I beat that game, and I finally finished it last night before I returned it. So thank you guys so much. Go ahead and enjoy me those videos and stuff. I'll see you later.